Okay, guys, I'm going to show you a little process here called cupping. Some of you might have heard of it. Some of you might not. Cupping is the process by which us coffee shops and coffee roasteries basically test and sample their coffees in order to make a decision on what to buy. It's a very common practice in the industry, and once you know what you're doing, I'm sure you're going to look into it. There are events all over the city, all over the world, whether it be coffee shops, roasteries, or importers. It's really, really fun thing, and it's a nice little skill to know. And I'm going to show you the basics of it. So we're going to use the same ratio we normally do, which is 1 to 17. We're going to use a medium fine grind size. I'm going to use 12 grams of coffee to 204 grams of water. And then we're going to let it sit for about 4 minutes. But enough of me talking. I'm going to show you how we do it. We're using the Brazil Natural again today because we love this. And I remember when I cupped this for the first time. So first things first, coffee in. When you're at a cupping event, cupping table, it'll either be a blind cupping, so you won't know what you're drinking, or sometimes you will. It might be labeled. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go up and you're going to smell the coffee before any water is added, okay? So there's different steps in the process. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to add our water. And you're going to see this layer of crust form on the top. That's a good thing, by the way. There we go. And then we're going to let that sit for about 4 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to show you what I prepared here. I've got a little bowl with water. This is to rinse the spoons. And then I've got another glass here, which we can put our spoon in, because different places have different protocols, because you're walking around with a spoon, trying different coffees, putting it in, putting it out. So rinsing is important, and please respect the protocol of wherever you are doing the cupping. They will set the rules. These are just the basics, and this is a little something which you can practice at home. These cups are specifically made for cupping. These are made by Edo, and they're fantastic. And the spoons, again, these spoons are specifically designed for cupping. If you look at the shape of them, they look perfectly to grab a little bit of fluid in there and aerate, which I'll show you how to do shortly, just as you would with any wine. Okay, so now that 4 minutes are up, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to break the crust, and that involves pushing the crust from one side to the other, like this. And that will also allow a lot of the coffee particles to sink to the bottom. Once you've broken the crust, you're then going to grab 2 spoons, and you are going to clear away the crema from the top. Try and grab It's quite difficult to do this in this position because this is a raised bar. But hopefully it's enough to give you an idea. And this is essentially what we're left with. Now, this is how we judge coffee. This is how Q graders will judge coffee to give it a score. It's how coffee shops will judge coffee to buy it. It's how roasters will judge coffee to see whether they're going to want to have it imported and roasted. So it's a really important process, fundamentals, very much behind the scenes. Not many people see this happening unless you're in the industry. And essentially now what we're going to do is we want to try the coffee, and we want to aerate the coffee just as we would with any wine. And what that's going to let you do is you're going to have the coffee move all around your mouth, all around your tongue, and you'll be able to pick out the subtleties, the acidity, the bitterness, the flavors, see what you like and what you don't like. And quite simply, just take a little bit here. You aerate, and you can really pick out the flavors. This is a great way to judge coffees. Now, importantly, you can spit out the coffee. Now, when you're doing a lot of cuppings, either one large cupping or more than one in a day, you can get very caffeinated. So it's quite common also to have a bucket to spit it out. I'm not going to do that because spitting isn't great for videos. So I'm just going to enjoy the coffee and let it go down. But essentially, this is what you have.